Lincoln Railer Basketball on 96.3 WLCN and WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Grau Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, Headline Salon, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Fifth Street Food Mart, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, The Carpet House, Rickham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln IGA, Lincoln College, Bright Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery, St. Clair's Manor, Lincoln Park District, Grimaldi Law Office, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, Stacy's Family Pharmacy, Lincoln Dare, Eaton Corporation, Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Lincoln Printers, Chicago Street Rentals, and by Four Corners Lube.
We've had the first two nights. 6'2" senior Isaiah Bowers, along with 6'5" junior Colton Holliday, 6'2" senior Ben Grunder, 5'11" senior Titus Cannon, and 6'9" junior Jermaine Hamlin. Railers are in their home whites with red lettering trimmed in green, green numerals trimmed in red, and the green across the shoulders.
Yeah, it looks like Mahomet will go with the guy that we talked about, averaging 22 points a game here in the tournament, Corey No, 6'2" senior. They've also got number 31, Grant Coleman, a 6'6" sophomore. 25 is Holt Campion, 6'4" senior. Also 34 is Jordan Veldman, a 6-foot junior. And number 45, Noah Benedict, 6'4" and a senior.
Railers win the opening toss. They're moving left to right as we get started here on a Friday. They try to lob it over the top to Jermaine Hamlin, but Isaiah's pass just a little too tall. Mahomet came in from the backside, tried to save it, but they lose it out of bounds, so the Railers will inbound on the baseline. Isaiah looking to trigger.
Love it, though. First possession, throw it.
Wild play. Grunder tips it over to Colton. Nice play.
Yeah, nice play. Nice pass from Grunder. He was going to go up and put it in without even coming down off the out-of-bounds play, but wisely passed it right to Holliday. Holliday, wide open layup, and nice for Colton to get going here early.
Well, and that's so different from a lot of the plays you see where usually it's the person that receives the pass is going to take the shot right up. And the defense for the Bulldogs went right to him. Holliday was wide open. Underneath, bounce pass. They try and get it over. It finds its way to Corey No. His three from the corner is no good. Hamlin swats away the rebound and comes away with it for the Railers.
Yeah, a little slippery ball there by Hamlin already, but got to get the rosin on the hands. Well, pine tar for a baseball player.
Or some stickum if you're, remember Fred Bolitnikoff from the old Raiders.
Those old Newman receiving gloves, they have stickum all over them.
Cannon between the circle to Holliday, lobs down in the corner to Grunder. Grunder goes baseline, stops in the lane, kicks back out. Isaiah open three, top of the key. Shot it too long. Hamlin with another rebound. So Jermaine already 2 boards, and that's big for the Railers.
Yeah, looks like good help on the backside for their Grunder tried to lob it to Colton, but they had them, the Bulldogs from Mahomet, good help to pass the lob.
Minute and a half gone by in the first quarter. Grunder down the lane, and a hold's going to be whistled out high. That will go against the 6-foot junior Jordan Veldman, his first on the Bulldogs. Reminder, Railer basketball this year brought to you by Schneider Chiropractic Center and Grau Incorporated. Throughout the contest, we'll tell you about all the businesses sponsoring Railer basketball here on 96.3 FM and WLCNonline.com.
Good help side defense. Bulldogs in man, really sagging in low. I think they're going to dare sometimes some of these Railers to make them hurt you from the outside, knowing the driving ability that the Railers have and also the size. They've almost dared a little bit of the Railers to...
Grunder down the lane. His shot won't go down. Rebound comes down to Benedict. The Mahomet fans that are here, good crowd by the way tonight, nice here for both fan bases. I think the Bulldog fans thought that Grunder may have dragged that pivot foot in the lane. Underneath, no, to a wide open Campion who lays it up and in. Tied at 2. We said these teams the last 2 years have played close contests, and we don't really expect anything different here tonight. 5.5 to go in the first quarter, tied at 2. Grunder dumps it down to Jermaine. Jermaine couldn't handle it. Tipped away into the hands of Campion.
And that wasn't a bad pass. That was right to the offhand that Jermaine had up, like he was calling for the ball with that open hand, and just couldn't bring it in.
No shot is altered the first time and then knocked away by Hamlin the second time. No had a couple looks at it, couldn't convert. And so with 3 minutes gone by in the contest, Railers looking for their second basket. We're tied at 2.
Yeah, he did a good job of pump faking too. Had Jermaine in the air, but boy, with those long arms.
Long three from Isaiah off the back of the rim. No. Rebounds tipped by Campion into the hands of No. 2-2. Cross to No. Holds back over now to Benedict. Long three. Up and good. That's a three from Coleman. That gives Mahomet a 5-2 advantage. Grunder on the right side. Hands to Isaiah on the right wing. Isaiah stutter step move. Now back to Titus. Top of the key. Titus down the lane. Out to Grunder. Grunder's going to go baseline. Slides back in the lane. Gets his defender up in the air. No call, but Grunder lays it in.
Yeah, he's got a really nice pump fake there. Grunder several times gets in the middle of the lane. And, of course, you know now everybody tries to go for a block shot. So Grunder gets him up in the air and freed himself up for a nice, easy layup.
Halfway through the first, Mahomet with the 5-4 advantage. Campion into Benedict on the low block to No. Back to Benedict. Rejected away again by Hamlin. Up to Grunder. 1 on 3, so he'll pull it back out to Cannon at the timeline. Kicks it around to the far side to Isaiah. Now back to Titus. Titus in the lane. Now to Holiday. Railers, good crisp ball movement, and a foul is going to be whistled, and that will go against Veldman as he tried to prevent Ben from cutting to the lane. 2 fouls called, Josh, both on Veldman.
And I think if they're going to call this, it's a little bit tough for Mahomet to stay with some of these guys for the Railers. Bowers, Grunder, Cannon off the dribble because they've got to use their hands and body to stay with them. The Railers have a little bit of a quickness advantage.
Isaiah, 3, front of the rim, No. Rebound for the Bulldogs to Coleman. Up ahead to Joshua Johnson in the contest for Veldman due to the foul trouble. Outside jumper is good for Coleman.
Well, he's nice and smooth too. 6'6", sophomore. He's got a 3 now, and that time with a foot was on the line, so just a 2, but was a nice, smooth stroke.
7-4, down to 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Titus goes right by No. Kicks it over in the corner to Grunder. Ben mishandles a little bit, but retains the possession. Grunder on the right side. Lane opens up. Pull up from 14. Ben for another 2.
Yeah, and I think Titus has had a couple times where he's been able to get to the basket and has passed up shots. Again, Titus hasn't pulled the trigger on even a shot attempts. Campion
back on top. Benedict's 3 rattles in and out, and there's Jermaine with another rebound.
Yeah, Jermaine clearing some space now, and they've been a little reluctant now to throw the ball up around the rim, that being the Bulldogs, after Jermaine has blocked a couple shots.
Titus goes baseline, kicks over in the corner to Grunder, swinging around quickly to Holiday. Holiday down the lane, finger roll, won't go down. Had a good look, just wouldn't get it to go. Approaching the 2-minute mark. No, hands back over to Campion. Underneath. No shot off the glass, no, but it was rejected off again by Jermaine Hamlin. Minute 50. Railers looking to take the lead as they're down 7-6. Holiday back on top to Titus. There's Grunder. Grunder fires off a 3, left it short. Ball loose on the floor. Nobody picks it up, so it bounces right to Holiday. Railers will reset.
Yeah, I love to see the ball. Railers get the ball right into Jermaine and some time of scoring position. He hasn't caught it where he's been able to really knock it down.
Titus for 3, front of the rim, no. Another miss from the Railers. Minute 20 to go in the first. Down quickly is Mahomet Johnson with the lay-in, count the basket. Holiday with the foul. First foul on the Railers. Timeout taken by the Railers, just a 30-second timeout. 1:20 to go. Mahomet on top, 9-6. gives us an opportunity to tell you about a few more of the sponsors of Railer basketball, including Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Fifth Street Food Mart, and Headline Salon LLC. Josh, a minute 20 to go.
Railers got beat back. You know, It doesn't happen a lot. And first job of the point guard, playing the point guard position on the defense, is to stop anything from a long leak out, but plus, big guys got to run a little faster.
We saw that a little bit in the second half, especially on Wednesday night with Cahokia, where the Railers would score, and you're like, okay, finally the scorings get going, and then boom, right back they go.
Yeah, you're right. They got the rebound and took off, and they've, one thing you got to make sure you secure that rebound, that being Mahomet, and they've done that so far. Leak out, and they got a couple of them. One time, I think Jermaine got a blocked shot, but the other time they scored.
Free throw is missed by Johnson, but Corey Noe was able to slip inside Jermaine Hamlin, grab the rebound. Jermaine swatted it out of bounds, and fortunately a foul's whistled on Jermaine. So Colton Holiday, who just checked out when Tate Sloan came in the game for the first time, Colton's back in quickly and didn't get much of a rest. Also in is Dawson Finch, a 5'9 junior. He replaces Campion for Mahomet-Seymour. Minute 19 to go. Railers trailing 9-6 here in the first quarter. Get it into Noe, little 10-footer off the glass, and well, that's the way it looks like you would run it in practice, just like a drill. Nobody got in his way.
Without any defense on it. Yeah. That was an easy shot for Noe. He's going to make that 9 out of 10 times.
Grunder in the corner. On top to Isaiah. Under a minute to go. Railers down 11-6. And then a hand check is going to be whistled on the Bulldogs out high. It's interesting, Josh. We were talking about this a little bit before we went on the air. The first game in the Impalo, and we have CS8 refs.
You're right. Yeah, and you saw that right away. But you got to play. They've done a good job so far, and the Railers really yet to be aggressive. The basket haven't put any pressure on them.
Tate to Titus, slips in, dumps it off to Colton, missed it. Rebound to Mahomet. 43 seconds to go. They've got a 5-point lead and the basketball in the corner to Noe. Noe goes baseline, goes right by Colton, missed it, and Colton with the rebound. Good job by Holiday holding his ground and not picking up a blocking foul.
Yeah, and Titus again has gotten to the basket and yet to shoot it. He's got to be able to finish in and around that rim. He can do it. He's just yet to do it, and he's passed on several opportunities, I think, to either score or draw a foul.
Down to 15 seconds. Railers holding for that last shot. Grunder now to Sloan. We're at 10. Railers trying to get everything set. We're down to 5.
Not enough time.
Titus is going to drive the lane, kick it over to Colton. Colton off the glass, and it'll go good. That's how the first quarter ends. I'm not sure that's what it looks like on the playbook, but we'll take it. Railers trail by 3 at the end of 1. It's Mahomet 11, Lincoln 8. Back with the second quarter in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Back with the second quarter of action underway. Mahomet-Seymour with the basketball with an 11-8 advantage. First time the Railers have trailed at the end of a quarter so far in this young season. Shot from the corner is missed, and Noe out-hustled Grunder for it. And as Grunder reached for it, Ben picks up his first foul, third on the team. Railers trailing 11-8. Start things here, Josh.
Yeah, and that time Grunder doesn't go after the rebound, and Coach Al is going to replace him pretty fast with that. He did a good job of boxing out, just didn't go after the board.
So into the contest for the first time this year and tonight is 6'2 sophomore Isaac Dewberry. Also in is 6'1 senior Zach Morris. I think Coach looking for anything that looks good right now. Johnson, as he got by the defender, little hook shot is up and good from outside the lane. It's 13-8 Mahomet-Seymour.
Yeah, and right past Dewberry, right past Bowers for an easy basket underneath.
Isaiah goes baseline, has a shot blocked away from behind, but the official on the baseline says Benedict got a little more than just the ball.
That's his second, too.
And the senior will go to the line, and Isaiah will be shooting too.
Seymour foul on 45 on Benedict. His second. Bowers on
First free throw on the way from Isaiah, up and good. His first points of the night. Isaiah, over his career, a 69% free throw shooter for the Railers. So the 5 you've got, this is the first time we've had this 5. Dewberry, Sloan, Bowers, Morris, and Cannon. Really, it almost looks like you've got Isaiah as your scoring option out there.
Well, that's the thing. Where's your scoring going to come from? We haven't seen, as you said, we haven't seen this lineup. Titus has been really reluctant to shoot at all. Sloan, that's not part of his game, and Morris hasn't been out there a whole lot earlier or so far this season either. So, yes, the Railers have got to backside.
Johnson with the lob, no. Rebound off the glass, that won't go down. Fight for the rebound, still loose. Mahomet with a third opportunity. No, going baseline, and he had it stripped away by Isaiah. And no, they're going to say Isaiah stepped on the baseline. Well, good defense to take it away. The trouble is Isaiah had to save that one because they had already gotten 2 offensive rebounds, and you can't keep giving this team chance after chance.
No, right now the Railers not boxing out at all. Dewberry missed time to jump on 1 rebound, and then Isaiah just got beat, just not big enough underneath. And this group right here can't rely, obviously, when Jermaine's out of the game. These guys have got to do the technique stuff to get him out.
Isaiah on a spin move, had it stripped away. No, on the right side, off the glass, count the basket. That's Campion, his second basket of the night. Makes it 15-10, Mahomet-Seymour. 6:20 to go in our first half. Reminder that Railer basketball this year is brought to you by the Carpet House and our friends at Lincoln IGA. Isaiah, now over to Morris, back on top to Titus. Cannon guarded by No. Dewberry, I'll tell you one thing, Titus has drawn a very difficult defensive assignment with No on him.
Yeah, he's done a good job. He's an all-around good player.
Isaiah fakes one way, then the other, pulls up from 15 and good. Josh, this is his 4th year. I got to tell you, you've said time and time again, that play right there is Isaiah Bowers. As Johnson goes in, laid it up a little too hard, but the putback is good from Coleman.
Yeah, it's been that's where he's really good at it. We've seen it in the last couple games, Jeff. He's rarely missed from inside the three-point line. And three-point line, he got hot last on Wednesday on the 3rd quarter, but other than that, he's been off.
Sloan back on top to Bowers. Dewberry at the volleyball line, now to Sloan. Approaching 5 minutes to go in our 2nd quarter. Isaiah now over to Dewberry again. All the Railers outside the 3-point line, pass and cut. Pretty simple game. Morris. Hands off to Sloan. Sloan back now to Isaiah. That is a long way short. And I have a feeling that Ben Grunder's at the scores table. I'm not sure who he was coming in for, but the reaction of Coach Alexander after that shot, I'd be willing to bet you Grunder's coming in for Isaiah.
Yeah, now it's Bowers.
Foul's going to be whistled on the Railers on the baseline, and as Ben checks in, I got a feeling after the foul was whistled on Tate Sloan, his first, 4th on the team. Grunder in. Isaiah's going to check out.
Grunder returns for the Railers. He replaces Bowers. It's out of bounds, Mahomet-Seymour.
4:25 to go. Mahomet-Seymour with a 5-point lead and the ball. No. Slides it across, and that's going to be saved in, but taken right by Dewberry. It's a good job by the defense, and so now you're really hurting for scoring options based on what we've seen in the past. That's
right.
Not saying somebody can't step up, but what we've seen in the past, this is usually a group you don't look for a lot of scoring out of.
Yeah, you're right. It's going to have to be Grunder or Titus is going to have to pull the trigger.
Under 4 minutes, Morris back out. Dewberry, he'll fire a 3 and hit it. Isaac Dewberry. Like we said, Dewberry's your scoring option from outside.
Yeah, and he's worked on that part of his game a lot. I think he's gotten to be a more consistent shooter. Obviously, you saw him meet the Railers. He's a superb athlete. He's just still learning the game.
3, shoots up an air ball, and traveling, looked like he took step. Nope, they're going to say stepped on the end line. So Isaac Dewberry with a 3 comes at a huge point for the Railers. They were down 5. A chance to see Mahomet stretch it out. Railers get a turnover. Isaac comes in and almost like, well, if nobody else is going to shoot, I'll just do it.
Yeah, and really there's not a lot of guys that have shown that they can penetrate from the perimeter. You know, we've seen Titus do it, but yet to get in there and try and score, Grunder needs to do it a little bit more, and we've got to find a way to get Jermaine the basketball.
17-15, Railers down by 2, 3:10 to go in the first half. Tate fires for 3. Back rim, no. Jermaine high for the rebound. Dewberry almost higher for the rebound.
I think he was.
Dewberry drives baseline, goes up strong off the glass, and good.
Yeah, take it to the basket, Isaac, and that's what he can do. And now, you know, that sets up the three-pointer, sets up that drive right there. Nice shot fake, goes around the baseline, and the way Dewberry can jump, there's not going to be a lot of guys from Mahomet that can stay up with him.
Titus with a foul in the backcourt, his first, 5th on the team. 2:46 to go. We are tied at 17. This portion of the game brought to you by Thank You Isaac Dewberry.
yeah. We needed that part. We needed that great sponsor by Isaac to bring us back here in the second.
Tied at 17. Railers with 5 team fouls. Mahomet with just 4. No with a little floater from about 8 feet, up and good. 19-17. Here's the scary thing. He only has 4 points.
Yeah.
You know that he's capable of exploding.
I was just thinking about that earlier, just a couple possessions ago.
Dewberry in the corner. 3. Back rim, no. Jermaine high for the rebound. Jermaine had it swatted away, and a foul is going to be whistled. And that looks like that's going to go against Finch. That'll be his first foul as he swatted it away from Jermaine. The Mahomet-Seymour bench, Coach Benedict and crew, thought that was a clean tip away. Official on the baseline saw it differently and may have heard it differently.
Yeah, also. And I think they wanted to and over the back, but I've always told you can do a great job of boxing out, but if you don't go for the ball, there's no reason that should be over the back. Mahomet's not, they're doing a good job of getting Dewberry on their backside, but they're not getting, going for the basketball trying to rebound.
Grunder down the lane, past the defender, rolls good. Ben ties it at 19. 2 minutes to go, first half. Reminder, Railer Basketball brought to you by Four Corners Lube and Chicago Street Rentals. Got a good one setting up here, tied at 19. I'm not sure I could have predicted the 5 on the floor right now as Hamlin, Dewberry, Grunder, Cannon, and Sloan. And then a foul whistled on the Railers. That'll be their 6th. Foul on Jermaine. That's his 2nd. So Jermaine and Tate will head to the bench. Colton Holiday and Isaiah Bowers back in for Lincoln. Jumper up and good from the baseline. That's Johnson. He's coming off the bench and scored 6. Grunder, nice crossover move. And then a tripping foul is going to be whistled. And that's one of those where Grunder and Finch got their feet tangled up.
Yeah.
And Grunder went down and Finch picked up his 2nd.
It's tripping foul. Unfortunate for Mahomet, I guess, but just got their feet tangled up. It looked like Grunder was going to go by him and get to the basket, so it might not have been a good foul or a bad foul for Mahomet. Might have saved 2 points.
Minute and a half to go. Isaiah looking to rebound or inbound as he triggers near the.
This might be our most athletic team. If you look out there, you've got Grunder and Bowers and Dewberry and Doc Holliday and Cannon. I think this is our quickest and our if you want to put the best athletes out there, we could have this group.
Dewberry bounces it out to Holliday. Cannon on the left wing. Down to a minute. Railers down 21-19. Titus goes right by everybody off the glass and good.
Yeah, Titus has got to do that more. He's one of our better athletes. He's a strong physical guard. He's got to be able to get not only to the rim, but he's got to look to score when he gets there.
Titus his first basket. Got to watch the 10 count here if you're Mahomet.
Foul.
And a foul right before he crossed the timeline. We see a lot of fans on the Railer side holding up both hands thinking that it was close to a 10 count. But it'll send Mahomet to the line shooting 1 in bonus.
that's an easy call. I mean, he's you get pass interference on that at any time in football, and that's a foul. And just you've got a guy going in the bonus. You're putting their best free throw shooter, their best player at the free throw line with 41 seconds. Maybe there's a chance they hold it for one. You stop them. This guy's probably going to drain too. So, just not a smart foul at half court.
Free throw, and he missed it. Good job, Josh.
Well,
we'll take it.
Pretty good at that.
And after everything that's gone on in this first 16 minutes, where the Railers have had lapses, they've had spurts back and forth, you got a chance to take your halftime break with the lead.
Yeah, I think so. And you know what? Who do they go to now? They've got Bowers, Grunder. Cannon just went to the basket to get the layup. What kind of play does Coach Al call? It's not going to be a post-up play, I don't think. We don't have any of those guys in.
Down to 10 seconds, Cannon. Down the left side to Bowers. We're down to 6. Isaiah Titus at the free throw line. Titus will just run in, missed it. Rebound comes down, the ball comes loose, and that's where the first half will end. End of the first half, Lincoln 21, Mahomet 21. We'll be back with the Grau Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic Center halftime show in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.